recently. It's been a very recent development, man.
Oh,
Bro, I've been talking to this babe. Let's guess, because I think it's like one of the craziest. Like I don't even know where it's coming from, but like I do know where it's coming from because she's like relocating to New York. But
okay.
I like it's not anything that I would have expected. Oh, 2024, I'll be talking more. I'll be talking to this person more. You know what I mean?
Is this all you like? Tell me when was like the last time you guys talked often, if that makes sense. Like when was the
We've
last?
we've never we've never been close. We've never been close. We've just been in the same space. She didn't go to Loyola, but she's like in like that Chicago scene.
Is it? I don't want to say names, but then hopefully this doesn't
Say what
lead.
her name starts with.
Yeah. T
Say what her name starts with.
T
Nah, nah. That's
N.
again. N.
No.
N.
Okay, no,
Who's N?
Fairs. Fairs. See, Fairs. Okay, just flash. Do I even know the person? There might be no point of this whole game.
That's not what I was gonna say. It's like you've heard of the person probably, but like you don't know her. Anyway, bro, it's Chi. Name is Chi. You know
Okay.
Chi.
I don't know. I don't know Chi, but it sounds like I feel like I've heard Chi. I've heard of.
You heard, bro. Like we just started talking, and like now, obviously, there are two voices in my head. There's one that's saying, "Damn, she's cool. Just keep seeing it through. She's going to move to New York. By God's grace, I moved to New York too after grad. Or I'm in Philly, still like an hour close. Like New York is just an hour from here. So it's like,
Is that New York a like is that a set plan? Like you're moving to New York, or is it more of if you get
bro,
a job in Wisconsin, you're moving to
just
Wisconsin?
just speculation. Honestly, there's
Okay.
nothing.
Yeah.
But hoping,
Okay.
I'm hoping for something in New York. That's the goal. The
Okay.
goal is to get something in New York because that's where I want to go. Um, but bro, out of nowhere, like she just starts texting me. Well, no, I don't want to make it look like oh she just started texting me. It's
Yeah.
like it started very subtle, like reply to stories here and there. Then
You
one random
or like you or
I
her?
reply to her stories. I reply to her stories sometimes because
Okay.
we've been cool. Like for like past 2 years, we've been cool. Like I see a post she posts. I'm like down. Like, gee, that's bad. You know what I mean? That is nice. She also comments on my shit, just like that. Like then
Yeah.
just before I knew like with how things were, like it got to a point where she was like calling me when she was at the club last night. She was at the club. No, not calling me. She was we're texting,
Yeah.
and I'm like, in my wildest dreams, would I ever have believed that one day, like, you know, when a girl's texting you at the club or like when she's out, there's it might not be so significant, but there's some level of significance that it's like, okay, how I see it is she's somewhere where she's supposed to be having fun, but instead of engaging in what she's supposed to be doing there, she's now talking to me. And sometimes me too, like if I like someone and I'm like out, I'll like want to let them know what I'm doing. Like if I'm having fun, I'd like to let them know that I'm having fun. Do you get me?
No, 100%. I 100% get what you mean. 100%.
Yeah.
No, you mean?
So that's when I was like, this may be more than I think it is. And like obviously, just the way the conversation goes, like it's very smooth. Just like, So bro, it's just like but now there are two major things on my mind. It's like one, you can try to go along with this and see it through, which to be very honest, will not be very wise. Or you could you could what the fuck?
What? That's insane. What did you
I actually I think this brings up the fucking balloons.
what did you Nah, it doesn't work for me, man. It's just
I
okay. Yes.
Yeah, no, but like, Bro, the second option obviously is that like I'm on this faith journey, like I'm trying to figure out who God is to me. And if I'm really intentional about that, I wouldn't let I wouldn't let this whole cheating get in the way of that. Basically saying that like it's a distraction from my faith work. Simple. And it would, if I do eventually, like if something eventually happens, she would probably be pulling me in the other direction, which is back to like drinking, going out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. She's still
As
in
as
the
of
outside life.
she is,
Yeah,
bro. She is. So it's like that's just something to think about. Like I've been thinking about it since, and obviously I know what I should do,
which
but it's
is
like,
what should you do?
which is just like let her know that like, listen, she like I like you. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I like the energy and everything, but right now I'm trying to work with God, and bro, that's probably gonna sound like so she's probably gonna be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
I was about to say, you guys. So all this is from is through phone interactions, through
Calls, calls, nothing physical.
yeah. I would like to say there's no need for the message you're about to give till you understand where you
The,
guys
the
are.
dynamic. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
because in person is different from all these phones, texting.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
nice. It's nice to get our attention on the phone, the text. It's always nice and you easier to feed into it. But then in person, is when you're going to realize, is this just
Is this really
yeah? Is it which way is
wow?
this? Are you guys just having fun, like saying? So
Real, 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 real.
take it easy. I would say take it easy because then if you, I suppose if you then go forward and say, oh, by the way, this is the way I'm going. And then in her head, in her head, it's nothing like that. She'll be that might not even kill the whole relationship because like, wait, I wasn't trying there. It's just that maybe she's like, oh, I know this guy Nathan. He lives in Philly. I'm going to be in New York, and he's someone close by. He might just be, you think in different ways. I don't know what your texts are saying, but I'm saying it's possible it might just be that. Oh, it'd be nice to get someone that's like close by that through like third person interaction she knows you're a chill guy because her friends like your friends and it's like a it's like a connection like if you go to a new let's say you go to fucking North Dakota and then
Alaska.
you find out
Yeah.
like you find out fucking a babe you don't talk to but then maybe Shoku's Giovanni talk to and it's like and you guys have all been in the same place maybe you can't be a Loyola babe that you just don't talk to. And then, yeah, you talk that day, and it's like, oh yeah, because you guys have been in the same circle, so it's like you just want someone close. That's what I'll say. Be careful until you're in person. Then you'll be able to gauge what's really going on. Is it moving this way? Is it moving this way? Then yeah, make a decision.
Well, I think another reason why I wanted to do it immediately was because as much as like I would like to see our in-person interaction,
Yeah,
don't forget that talking to someone also takes out of your time. And so that's what I'm also thinking because before now, I was already having difficulty like managing my time. I didn't like, bro, some days I talk to this babe till like 3 a.m. Like, Nathan, you're supposed to be waking up by 5 a.m. Nate. You're supposed to be waking up by 5 a.m., nigga. You're out here on calls till 4 a.m. Like, so that aspect also is like, so if really this is just a friendship, then let me begin to treat it like just a friendship and make sure that she isn't taking me out of my schedule, but like whatever our relationship is fitting into the schedule I already have.
yeah,
So maybe it's not to talk to her, but like, oh, just to
yeah. Just remind us. I'll say, yeah. You said it there. If you know, you shouldn't like compromise yourself if that makes sense because that's what you're saying. You're compromising yourself to satisfy the conversation to
exactly.
yeah. Just you can literally so just literally just let her know like yeah I'm busy maybe 12 midnight you're like yeah I have to go you take the alarms but you just cut it at the end of the day it's still like it's still going to work to your benefit ending the conversation early still works to your benefit it's not like she's going to be like oh this nigga left me when I was.
Thanks, fuck.
It's still going to make her want to talk to you next time. Like it's not like you're going to lose anything from any conversation early. So
That's a very good point.
yeah, like you don't lose anything. There's no need extending
It's
it.
a, it's a win-win, literally.
Yeah,
Like it's a win-win.
yeah,
That's made it look like a lose-lose, but it's not. It's a win-win.
it's literally, yeah, literally.
Respectfully, even if you do it disrespectfully to an extent, it's still a win. It's still a win.
Yeah, yeah, it is. This is our time, so definitely we need to make sure it stays in the vault. Very drop it like.
We're really, it's just that we'll blurt out any names. Like we won't have like, bro. I can't wait for us to have podcasts in person. Like, I think those ones are going to
Yeah,
hit.
it will definitely hit, and that's going to be like the yearly one. You know that one that we did that was just me and you. Like that was like 3 years ago now. That one that we did
Yeah,
something like that where it's like, oh damn, boys, what's up? Now? What's been happening?
bro. I sent you that like that clip, right?
Which clip?
The one of that 1 hour like talk of predicting the next few years.
You've said I have the full video. I don't have the clip. Like, is there?
Oh, you have the full video. No, that's what I meant. Like the full
Yeah,
video. You
yeah,
have the
yeah,
video.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
nice,
I have
nice, nice, nice. Nice.
it's there. It's there. I just need to find it, but it's definitely there. Never deleted it.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Because I've been checking for it. I haven't found it.
First, it's
I'm
long.
sure. Yeah, it's like an hour.
It might be
About
2 hours, guys. It might be 2 hours. It might. I don't know, but it might be. I know it's long. It's long. To
damn.
think of the guy, just imagine the person you were then. Like,
Like
man,
I listening because it's 2 hours. We really talked through a lot of like how we feel in the moment, what we how based off our predictions on how we felt in that moment, or maybe we also now put our feelings aside and we're like, logically, this is how
it
it's
should
probably
go.
going
This is how
to
it
be.
should. That's like, nah, I know there's something I said that definitely didn't happen. And the thing I
I mean,
like is
yeah,
it's like a a sign of what you've lived the last like 3 years since you took that video, so you know the actions you took, whether those actions were positively to your predictions or negatively affected it, and then it's like a way to like learn because you took you said some shit, took some action that might have not been even that shit, even that way. And then, even though you said you wanted to do it, you were doing things that are like on the other side, and you just like, it's a learning curve. That's why I like it. Like that, man.
yeah, bro. And I think the hope is that like we just keep getting more and more disciplined. So like what we say this year, in next 3 years, might
That's
not do like a lot of it, but we're better, a lot better than how we had predicted things 3 years ago. But
this like, how did 90 days come about? Because you know that 90 that I think like this all stemmed from 90 days. We went when we said it, it wasn't from the sign. I don't think it was a sign of discipline. Like it wasn't from us trying to develop discipline. I don't think that was what it was. I think it was more of a competition, and I've forgotten how it even came to say, oh boys, let's do 90 days. How did that even happen?
bro, I think I don't remember if it was me that said we should do 90 days directly or like where I saw that idea from. But like I just wanted something that would keep all of us in constant communication. And so I don't know, I can't remember. I actually that's a very good point. Like maybe if we scroll up in the chats, we can like
Oh,
or on the
yeah, really find that chat is God, man. When you find that chat, how do you scroll up? But I don't know
I
how
hope it was
it's
that.
okay, but it was actually a very good stepping stone because it's not like we knew it was going to lead to like the whole, trying to be disciplined, trying to be more,
Yeah.
but then it did. It fucking did. So I was like, Fairs, Fairs, Fairs.
Like now going from that to 75 hard, it felt like wait, at first I was like, who do we think we are? Like 75 hard, right now when we are clearly not in the best, like don't have the best discipline. At least me personally,
That was
at that
same.
point I was really battling like beating and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, at the start of 90 days. So I was like, how am I going to go 90 days? Sorry, 5 days with such a discipline? But here we are. I mean, even though we failed it like countless times, well, I mean, I failed countless times. You've not. You've only failed once.
And it
But
was stupid. I don't want to. It's a
what,
thing
what,
I accept, but I don't. I feel like it's very stupid. It's
what
like
was it?
it's the picture. I feel like it's like
Yeah.
I find it. I mean, as you said, you guys. I don't want to go back to those arguments. You guys convinced me, but I just find it stupid on my behalf. If that makes sense. It's not like I got to fuck
Wait,
around.
do you find it?
I have this to fuck around, but I didn't get fuck around. Like if I was to lose, I usually lose in a way that I say, okay, I did some. You guys like I usually lose in a way where I'm like, okay, yeah, you fucked up, like you did this, but I guess it's a mindset change that I did fuck up. I did fuck up. I did fuck up. It's
Yeah. So
uh,
I think that's nothing that 90 this 75 hard is teaching us. That's a lesson that you just said there. It's
mhm.
like sometimes we we want to expect that we know when we'll fuck up.
Yeah,
But in life, life teaches us that sometimes we will fuck up and actually not realize we fucked up. But does that change the fact that we fucked up? No.
yeah,
So it's like damn. So sometimes it might never be my fault. You know what I mean? But it's like, bro, I have to go back to square one, or I have to, bro. I can't lie. Like, I think this is one of the best decisions we've made. This 75 hard, and even though, bro, I'm on day what 3, but like the lessons already being learned, not just from me, but from other people's like issues. It's just like damn, like integrity, integrity, integrity is something that I feel like since JS1, I have not known the meaning of integrity. Like I have not. Like I so far as there's a wiggle room,
have
I'm
you?
always
No, I'll say, ask yourself: have you ever given? Do you have a moment where you can say, "I was before times fire. I was a man of integrity in this moment." I'm not saying you live, but I'm sure you have at least like a moment where you're like, okay, I could have done so and so, but I said stick to it. Do you have that kind of moment where you're like, this is the way? Hmm.
that's like so basically what integrity is like standing on like values, right? And like
Yeah,
well
yeah, like standing on what you
can't
know is right to do, even though like you can, move left, move right, but you know what's right, so you're just going to stay with that because I don't know.
I feel like there definitely are like a few times, but one that always stands out to me, one that like I've always kind of practiced unconsciously is whenever I and like a friend are interested in someone, in the same person, I I never engage in like competition. Like I never allow a girl come between me. Like now this is consciously because I feel like maybe unconsciously I might have like gone against somebody, but I know every time like I'm given the decision to pick between will I compete with my friend over this girl or will I just step back and let him do whatever he wants to do? I have always stepped back. Like that's one thing that I remember every single time I've always stepped back. Me and Chimdi liked Valerie at the same time. Literally, there was a night that we all walked to dining hall together, and she was like, oh, "Wow, like you guys are so cute," or something stupid like that. And I remember going to them last night with Chimdi, and I was like, he was like, bro, I like that girl, bro. Me, I had like really liked Valerie too, but it's like I was like, oh, bet like shit, like she's yours, you know. Well, some people say I played the long game, but
No, see, I'll say, give yourself credit. No one was there at that moment when I'm sure that decision wasn't easy. I feel like that decision would definitely not have been easy. It would have been like so. I'll give yourself credit there. Whether it ended. Whatever ended up later happening first, but in that moment, that was definitely a moment of um
Some
I'll
integrity.
take the L. At that moment, you were like, I'll just take the L. Let me put it that way. Like, whether someone says
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
one
yeah,
moment, you were like, I'm going to take the L, kind of. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
definitely
instead of making it a weird like dynamic and then possibly causing like a rift between me and Chimdi, I was like, ah, I'll let him pursue it, and I and Valerie remained like just friends. And I was like, first, you know. I mean, it was painful actually, but then now hear later on that in just two or like just one term, whenever I used to send Chimdi to like give Sharon sticky notes, because I and Sharon had a thing. Whenever I sent him to give Sharon sticky notes, he used to use those moments to like talk to her and like, you know, try and win her over. And he told me this himself. And I was like, wow, wow, what a cruel world. What a cruel world, man. Like the same guy that I decided to step away from, like, you know, is the same guy that not like he did it previously, he had already like done something like the exact opposite of what I did to me. I was like, that's crazy, bro. But I mean,
okay.
that's life. And I think one thing I'm also learning as a Christian is that like I have like this vengeful spirit. Like I always want to get my lick back. You know. That's why when Philemon went and told Awili that thing about Uge or whatever, I said, nah, like me and Chibogo, I've kind of like been holding back from like ever engaging with stuff with Chibogo, but like now that you've disrespected me, you've given me all due right to do the same. But what I'm learning now as a Christian is that it doesn't need to be tit for tat, you know. Let God have the vengeance. And bro, I think that's it's hard. It's so hard, but it's worth it. Like it's worth it. It's worth it. So don't
What?
revenge.
What? No,
Yeah.
what? I can't lie. On that, on the first, let me just say, the way I see things like this, regardless of like how you feel in the moment, is just better now than later. Better happen then than in the future. You get that kind of thing. I feel like,
What do you mean?
okay, the chimney thing. You see how you found out? Oh, he was using. You were thinking he was helping you, whereas he was using those opportunities to go against you. Is better that happened in that moment in jury class just one than it happening with your fiance. Because you know, I don't know that, but in that moment, it is painful, of course, especially when he probably told you and you found out. You're probably like, damn, bro, like, fuck. And at the same time, where children there, and it's like, man, it's I feel like anything that happened within those 6 years, it was just more of a learning curve for everybody. Everyone at
Was
it was a learning curve. But at the same time, it's like when you say you forgive and forget, I guess the way I see it, I don't know if it's right or wrong, you can tell me, is more of you forgive and you forget in the sense that you forgot, you're not holding it against
valid.
this person, but you've learned.
You've
Yeah, yeah,
learned.
yeah.
Yeah, valid.
You
Very,
forget
very valid.
and learn. That was just the last part. Like, yeah, you forget because holding
Yeah.
a grudge, at least I know. That's why I don't like hold grudges against anyone. Especially I started that since like Luelas because it harms you more than the other person. Like
Yeah.
when you don't
Yeah.
like someone, it harms and it makes it bigger than it is. Very good example. The way you argue to this day, it didn't happen, but the way I viewed, at least me, Shokus in that time, how we viewed you, like it's Jimmy class, how we viewed like you guys were just being unfair to us. To you, it wasn't even happening. Like to you, it wasn't even happening. It was just like normal. But then to us, it was like it's actually happening. And it's because you're holding that thing, so it makes it bigger than what it might have actually been. I think you told me one thing one time that made me actually think about it. You're like, bro, maybe I'm just overhyping it because it was like in my head kind of thing. And I at first I was like, no, but then I thought about it. I was like, probably it's because the more you think about it and hold it, it just becomes bigger in your head than what's actually happening. So 100%, man. It's like you gotta be able to let
Bro,
go.
look, bro, I remember one very vague time that I had like an issue with Shokusin Jess too. And the way he like lashed out, I remember just registering that that's not really normal. Like he lashed out like he had a problem with me. Like it didn't it what I did didn't warrant that response.
Yeah,
Like he did too much. So that just now when you now say all these things now, I'm like, okay, now that's making sense. Like, but can I remember exactly what I did to cause all those things? Do I remember vaguely that thing you were talking about? Wait, maybe we were walking to TD
yeah,
Hall
yeah.
and
We're
me and
walking
Chibi
to TD or Agri. Shout that you know where that
had
direction.
that, and
That
then you said me and Chibi were saying what?
you guys, see that I've forgotten, but you guys were basically clowning me, basically. And I think I was either behind or in front of you, so I could just hear it, and I was just like pissed off. But in my in my development curve, I was not a massive then. I was still a pussy, so I just I just took it and kept like in my development curve. I didn't even reach that stage of development, so I was just small. Like I didn't even really know like that. Like I just took it, and that just stays in your head. Like damn, these guys,
Yeah,
the guys
yeah,
are just there. So it was just
yeah.
I low key. If I had said something about it then, I don't know if that would have been good or bad. Like if I in that moment, if I had maybe like wanted to fight or said something, would that have been better or worse? Because I was thinking about it in terms of
That would
when
have definitely been better for your self confidence because at least in that moment. But I don't know about that being better, like long term. I don't know.
exactly that I'm saying. Maybe in that moment I'd have felt good. I'd have felt better than I felt, of course, in that moment. But then in the long run, it might, I don't know, things like
And
that.
I've even like thinking about the aggressive, delinquent mind
Yeah.
of just ones, bro. It would have made us apply pressure. Like we would have now like anywhere we saw you, we would have had something to say. Like yeah, that so it's have been worse. Long term, I think it would have been worse.
I've seen it. I've just been like, oh, now it's like it's done. Now it's done. It's like we have decided our sides and it's done. It's like it's there this side, and now it's gonna be like definitely more. It'll be more active of a thing. Like so more active of a thing.
Exactly, exactly.
It'll be
Because
like
I don't think me and Chimmy had a problem. I think, and from what everybody has said, because it's not just you now. Now, because I said, like, from what you guys have said, it seems like we were kind of like class bullies, at least in GS1. Because I don't really remember doing all that in GS2 and GS3.
I
I don't.
think mine it started. Mine was mostly Jason where it built up. I think Shokus maybe Shokus in Europe kept Jason. Like Jason was when I was like it was real for me at least. I know that Jason was real for me at least.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it was like. We're kind of like bullies in a way, and
Um, yeah. Maybe you guys. I feel like maybe to you it was jokes. Maybe to us, to be
it was
fair,
just it was just jokes. It was just jokes.
but to us from our own different backgrounds, I had never been joking like that. Like that to me, that's disrespect. To me, it was like, what? This is not a joke. Maybe to you, it was jokes. To us, it was like, bro, this is not jokes. This is like you're clowning. This is not a joke. This is clowning. Maybe that's probably where it was. And plus, we were not even like that close. Like there's some jokes you can take because you're close. You know it's just a joke. But then you're not even that close to person. The person's clowning. You're like, wait, why are you like? What's going on? Why are you clowning and shit? So it's
Yeah.
it's a mix. It's a mix of it. Uh, and I would say that's one sub point I read in the book I read before. I just maybe remind the before I started the
Mm.
book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Said there was I know there's a chapter on that point of we try and it's easier for us to satisfy our feelings in that moment of maybe shouting at a person that has done us wrong or doing something or like giving an outburst to a person, maybe even in front of people or even on their own, someone that has done us wrong. But what that does is regardless of what you guys were arguing about, you've lost the person. So even if you're right, that person will just not. Even if you guys argue and he's like, okay, okay, fine, take it. That person now has just become a wall to you. So there's nothing you can say logically that that person will agree with normally. They will always be against you naturally. Like now, naturally, they're just going to be against you, giving that outlash. Although in the moment of the outlash, it feels good to release it. What you've done now, you've now harmed the relationship between you and that person for life. Like you might have lost that person, and everyone reacts to it differently. As I said, some people are more forgiving than others, depending on the person. But most like the person, you've lost that person for life. The person's like, why are you just but to the person like you're targeting them, even though that's not what it was to you. Something in that book, I was like, it was very powerful when I read. It. I was like, because
That's
I was
deep.
thinking about moments of where I had the opportunity to do to outlash. Moments where I had and how that I had like outlash and how that affected that relationship. And moments where I didn't outlash, and then in the long run, me and other person became calm. So in the long run, you eventually become calm just from taking that quote unquote L in the moment, kind of. It's
That's so real. That's so
it,
real. What I'm thinking about right now is my relationship with my sister, bro. Because every time I hear all these things about like relationships and just shouting or like just aggression in a relationship, bro. Like maybe from like there's a point where I and him were like really close, and then there was now just like a very dark, like when I mean dark, I mean like dark, dark period where like every little thing like literally shouting at her like are you stupid? Like what you're saying does not make any sense. Now like maturing, I'm not realizing like what kind of effect that kind of thing will have on someone.
mm,
Like constantly hearing your older brother who you look up to more or less like call you
friendly.
names or like yeah like, and I'm always shouting and she always be like, Nathan, can you stop shouting? Like you don't have to shout, you don't have to shout. But whenever she said that, it pissed me off the wall because I'm
Yeah.
like, what do you mean don't shout? Like you're not listening to me. So bro, that's real. Like I mean, I think it got to a point where our relationship was like so strained that only like only God honestly has really like mended things, bro. Like I wouldn't lie. Like it made me think like at some points during those times I was like, God, like I just wish I had a brother. Or like, I just wish Nera was like old enough to be like, know me or whatever and all that kind of rubbish. But I mean, obviously now growing more and seeing that God doesn't make mistakes. Like there's a reason why she is my sister with like 2 years. And also I've realized that anybody that has like a younger sister that actually cares about them, she may not even care about you, bro. But like if you have a sister that's just like in your life and she tells you something about your friendship with someone or like a relationship you have with someone, always listen to what she's saying, bro. Because she's looking at everything from a perspective of this is for your best interest. This is for your best interest. That's how she kind of views it. That's why I said if she loves you, but sometimes she doesn't even have to love you so much. If she's just present in your life and she says, man, Nathan, like, bro, this guy is weird. Like, do you see the way he talks to you? But you're just like, oh no, that's just my guy. This is just my boy from primary school. But it's like she's seeing something from behind the bias of your friendship that you just can't see yourself. And it's like, I can't remember who told me this the first time, but I was like, bro, you're saying shit. But as I've like just seen how like things have progressed, and almost every single friend that she told me, yo, Nathan, be careful with this person, be careful with this person. Every single fucking friend I must see, every single friend she told me, Nathan, this person is weird. Nathan, I don't get why
Ah,
you're friends with this person. Every
names,
single one. I
names.
mean, I can name them, I'll blow them out. Literally. Sharon, Chibogo, Awile even. Well, Awile, I'm not too sure with Awile, but I don't think she was so like excited
Yeah.
about Awele. Yeah, yeah, no, no, no. Awele definitely actually. Yeah, yeah. She told me that like she doesn't really feel like she likes me. But
Yeah.
Awele, then even guys, Philemon, the first time she told me before she and Philemon became like before Philemon started spending time with us, me and Naomi, and then Naomi now kind of became calm with him. She told me, Nathan, you're saying this guy's your friend, so I have one question for you. Will you like this guy to But what's up? She said, will you like this guy to will you like Nera to live with this guy? Will you like this guy to influence your brother? And I was like, because I had just been aggressively defending Philemon. I was like, fuck, I don't think so. Like, I don't actually think so. And then literally from that moment on, I just registered it in my mind because she kept telling me that day, like, this guy is not a good friend to you. Who else? Alarms down is even a blind person can see that. By from time, she was telling me, bro, this guy, he has this weird energy. I mean, this one, everybody, these are ones that like almost everybody else has said. But bro, just like just now realizing that every single person she warned me about fake. Eventually, the true colors came out. Eventually, but all the ones that she has told me like, oh no, Nathan, like this person actually cares about you. Like I've actually seen like those are like the guys I'm still friends with right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Who is she?
my
Your
sister.
sister.
I'm dead.
Uh,
So bro, like guys that are listening, man. If you have a sister that like cares about you, she might not even care about you that much, but if she tells you something about the relationships you have, listen to that input because you may just regret not listening to her in the future. Like,
Isn't
I
she
also say, as
recorded?
you said, it depends on the person too, because there are also some evil. They're like literally
sisters,
some evil sister, evil brothers, evil mothers, fathers. Like they are
for sure,
on.
for sure.
It just depends on situation. But,
Is it
and
being
I'll give
recorded?
it's been recorded, and I'll give
Yeah,
you
it's
a
been
point
recorded.
on that
Dropping
side
people's
when
name.
you say what.
No, no, we're going to.
Yeah, either we'll burn them out or maybe this doesn't see daylight until 10 years. This will be in the vault. It will be like this will be hidden episodes for 10 years ago. You can drop my friends like don't drop
That
it.
pay, yeah, for guys that are paying for exclusive info.
We drop it there. So we don't mind saying names. But I'll say on the line of where you were saying how you and your sister used to have that like violent, like you were like shouting kind of thing, and then you said it's only God that brought you guys back. I'll say the difference there is what the book clearly shows is the reason at least it was easier for you guys to be brought back is because you guys are at the end of the day family members. Now imagine that same thing with someone that you're not family members, someone you meet. It's like it's a donzo. They're like once you shout at them, it's like okay, but we're done. We're done for good. So it's on that same line where it's not good to you know I'll say like outlash on people, especially especially in presence of others. That I think that's the worst. Like maybe one on
Oh
one,
yeah,
you can be revived in presence of others. I think it may be
yeah.
done. It may be done. It
Bro,
may
there
be
was a
done.
time that like she was talking to Raven, African doll, and like Giles was here, and bro, I was like going off on her. Like I was like, come on, like, can't you think, like, do you understand what it means to be loyal to your friend? Blah blah. Giles was here. Giles self, like, he kind of felt uncomfortable. He was like, as well, he was like, oh, bro, chill, bro, chill. Damn,
I don't blame you,
no,
bro.
real chill.
That's a very uncomfortable position. And I would say too, you were saying there were sometimes you were wishing you had a brother. I would say the exact same things can happen with like a brother. Like it doesn't matter whether it's a boy or girl, sex thing happen. I think there was a point where like me and my bros, if we're in the same vicinity for an hour, we're going to have 10 arguments in that hour. And you know, having so much stupid shit. We should argue each other. And then it just end up with us being like, we now do first, and then both of us leave the room, or one person be in the room, and one person will leave. Then after, because I'm both like, after a while, maybe like an hour, maybe both of us are in the kitchen now, look at each other, just slap his head. And then I'm oh, wait, And I'm like, violently. Like, at the end, like, I always feel, at least for me, I know him too, will be pissed off. Like, those stupid things, when sometimes football, sometimes simple clean, who was meant to clean something, argue. And then happens, you just pissed off. You're like, this guy fucking stupid. And then I'll leave. Or he leaves. And you just, maybe you calm. Then eventually you guys see each other, maybe you walk by, like, slap you or something, and you're calm again. What if you just finish, like, arguing, then you're calm again? Maybe, I don't know if that happens with, maybe with a sister. But then I would say, in terms of getting angry and shouting at each other, that definitely happens. Boy to boy, definitely happens. Like, I think it came to a point where we had to, we talk to each other like, we listen. You're like, guy, we go to my mom one time. She's like, hey guys, I know what they we now said some stupid shit, and she couldn't believe it. She was like, it's like she thought like something serious had happened with her. But it was something so stupid. And then what she said, I was like, it was actually stupid. But then we're arguing, like shouting, like. But then I think after we're like, okay, now we need to stop this. Like this is actually a problem. That the fact that we can't stay in the room for 1 hour without arguing is a problem. Then I think we now talk to each other like, okay, let's say, okay, we're going to like if it's coming to if it's entering that zone, one person, whoever is the person that is calm at the time, to just let it be. Like let it just let whoever is calm. Because sometimes when maybe you're more angry and the other person, one person is angrier, we're like, okay, whoever is the calmer guy should just let it be. And then the other guy will calm. Then from then, I think it fixed us. Now our arguments don't they're never that violent. They're never that like arguing, shouting. We still of course shout and argue, but because our boys and knives. So when we argue naturally, we just get louder. I feel like naturally we just get loud. That one is in the blood. But then it's
Yeah.
that point. Like it's I feel like for us, if anyone all of us argues, it just naturally get loud. It's like especially if it's football or something like sports or something really is like everyone else shouting. But then since then we haven't reached that point again. And I was actually really happy. I was like, damn, we've not reached that because I know that violence. And I think the painful thing is
Don't
well
physically, bro.
real
You guys,
physics.
you guys don't like physically like.
The last time we fought physically, this was I remember it was JS1 and it was in P school. I think yeah, when I was in JS1, I think there was something my parents would say that it's like I just got more violence or something. School.
Saying, bro, I slapped life out of me. Right. Bro, my auntie came and twisted my ear. Nathan, are you mad? You want to beat a woman? Come and beat me. Ah,
So maybe I don't know, maybe secondary school does bring that out because it's like a change of peace. I know when I came back, my parents told me that my mom I got some
she
more
does, she does.
violent out of nowhere. Back to them that haven't seen you for like 4 5 months. Then you come back and you're just more active. And you're ready to go. Like you're ready, you something up, you're ready to fight. So
Yeah.
I think that was the last time probably that we ever like fought. But it was been like I've never like you saw that thing happen to me and Doom. I've never been that deep where I'm like punching and it's going for blood. I've never been like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
more being pushing and maybe holding those trying like it's just like stuff. There's never been like blood. Like I've never like blood bath like fighting for blood. That never been like that. And I'm happy I beg. It's not bloodbath is not easy, man. If fighting blood, it's not easy. It's not easy.
Bro, my brother too has my brother has pissed me off sometimes, bro. Like the times I was close to just like going crazy. Like, I'll feel the rage like building up, building up. Like there's one time he was on his bed and I think he said I was stupid or something. And I went close to his bed. I said, "What did you say? What did you say?" Like, and I just went back to my bed because I knew that like if I had actually like punched his face or something or like slapped him, he would have started like screaming and then my parents would have come and I'll get into trouble. I was like,
I think what adds to that, especially for you, is the age difference and the fact you didn't grow up like how they grew up here, where it's like even though you go to school, you come back to the same house every day. You grew up in boarding school where it's like people in that age range, and you're just like, still in this age range. But the thing is, like, like they have to respect you there, you know, to respect the kind of thing. So you will kind of subconsciously forget that he's like, he's also my brother, not just a Jew. He's also my brother, not just a Jew. I feel
Yeah.
that I used to feel like that same thing. Like it's like if
Yeah.
it's like you like respect. When I say sometimes like he's your boss. Like he's not saying it the way you were saying it. The way you were saying it is like you're Julie, but the way he sings like, bro, like the same. What do you mean? Like I'm your boss. I can call you stupid. You can call me stupid, kind of thing. That's how you see it. Whereas you're seeing it
Oh no,
as
no, he wasn't saying it like that. Too. He knew that he should not call me stupid, but like he wanted to test my patience. Like he wanted to test.
I promise you, once he grants, he will call you stupid efficiently. Like if really arguing and he can say you're being stupid. It's not like he can say something like that
Oh,
easy.
for sure, for sure, for sure.
Once
I
he
was like,
grants.
I
Yeah.
don't really care that much anymore. Naomi too. Naomi, bro. Oh god, like just one. And it is that you will see it coming. Like there was one time when in the kitchen, she said maybe I was daft or she said evening. I just like I was just angry. I was like why would she say that? So I was not like walking away. Next time I just turned around, slapped her. Everybody in the kitchen was like, Nathan, Nathan. Then she bro, it was so spontaneous. Bro, my auntie was in the kitchen. She was like, "What the hell, Nathan? Are you out of your mind? Are you out of?" They now called my auntie that was living in like some other place in Apo. She came. She's not the one that came and twisted my ear and said, "Nathan, you want to beat women? Beat me, beat me, beat me." I can never forget. Like she came away.
Thank
Like,
God for
bro,
the
violent.
answer.
So just one, I think was like
Yeah.
just one. We were a bit tapped.
I honestly think it's just the scenario we were put in. At least, I mean, at least for boys that were suffering on all corners. I feel like the scenario because so someone just for me, there was no aspect I was winning in JS1. So I think that's what brought out the violence.
I don't think there was any aspect I was reading either.
Whether you deny it or not, it just what you were part of the main class. Let's be honest. Like you think I mean right, but to us, remember you were saying you were being bullied by A class boys, but then to us it didn't seem like that. Remember we've gone through this. You remember we've been through this. Exactly
Right,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
So first, maybe not, but us at least in that sector, it didn't look like you had
So, no,
you have in just one. I saw your table was going just one. Like what? Me into you. Let's feel like
was
this. That's winning, but you were losing. Let me put it that way. I think maybe that was where maybe I mean win lose. You were
yeah,
drawn.
yeah.
Because you
But
weren't
no,
winning.
I was losing, but like I wasn't losing as bad as your niggas.
So let's go. Class
Yeah.
19. No, legend. Getting slapped like punch. Table, no food. Guy, games, you go out. And that time in games, I was in a bigger boy. You go out, they tell you to sit down and watch them. Guy, Jesus. Guy, I've never been so angry. Just as you're going for games, the coach is like, oh, because you're just, oh, you don't know the sport. You guys should sit down. During my games time, I'm sitting down watching seniors play. Guy, real guys, I don't know how you was calm. So let me to leave people. I should be so angry. Like, I'm coming here to play and I'm wasting my game sitting down watching seniors that will go to them and bullying me. Guy, I was so angry, guy. There's someone was lose all
Yeah,
colors, but
you're just a spectator in life, like at that point. No, you're not just a spectator because you were losing. A spectator, at least you have peace.
I was just a Paul. Guy, that just one first time I said probably worst time of my life. Like I probably just remember being like, bro, why am I here? Like no aspect of happiness. Just my happiness is from stupid shit like go and play we created injustice cards. You know what those stupid juvies can do too. finally some joy. Just find some joy, like find joy.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's why I became violent. I'm sure that's because I'm sure my prayer. I know, as you said, like just there was something that made me sound angry before. Now I'm angry. I feel like I'm angry. You know, what you want to fight, you want to kill your brother. I'm like, because that's how the eyes like you look like you want to kill him. It's like it's just like you said, just a twitch, and you're like you couldn't control it. It was like anger. There is just boom, pent up anger, and it's out. So yeah,
And that's crazy that like, we are from civilized homes. And so we probably will not ever get to the point where we would like actually have our siblings' lives in danger. Like we're actually like beating them to the point where like, somebody will either intervene or like something we won't shall get there. Now
yeah.
imagine like all these less privileged like homes or like all these other kinds of like societies or like, just
Oh
places
no,
where there's not
it's
that much law. Like you can imagine that sibling dynamic. Somebody could get killed by
I would
accident.
say the only difference would be is that in those scenarios, unless there's boarding school involved, but the way I saw it, if it's a home thing, like if it was like we both go to school, come back, like a P school extended, like it was go to school, come back, and then maybe I'm walking with my bros back from school every day, if for secondary school kind of thing. It was that kind of scenario where you're still always together. It won't get to that like point because you have that sense of like closeness because
Okay,
you do the same
or
thing.
what if you guys are still like close like that, but then you have a big fight over something and you accidentally knock his head with a brick?
I mean, it happens. That's the exact story you said probably has happened. I mean, here wasn't it here that they popped one guy over Xbox game? Guy lost, and I can imagine. I know
Wasn't it?
that
He lost and popped his friend.
his bros killed his bros. The younger brother lost and killed his bros. I think with the bros is gone, someone Shaq killed his bros
You
because yeah, I'm saying because in that moment, especially as a child, because their interest was like JS1, just my guy. I would have definitely popped somebody. That's some scenario. Your son is pissing and you're not thinking straight. So then you go, boom. I feel in that scenario, people shooting is not it's not like a surprise. Like, seeing a gunshot, like, oh, how do they go? You get it's just you see it every day. Everyone has it, so it's like, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
but then you're
So
just
at that
angry.
moment, you're not
You're
thinking at all.
you're just angry, like anger just fueled you. It's after pops when the person is begging for his dear life and you start crying and you're like, oh shit, what have I done? Like it's after you realize what you've done. But then I'm just saying, like, and I said, imagine we had guns in there, like people would have been dying
Oh no,
daily.
you definitely, no,
People
definitely.
on a daily. Just because I'm saying I would have my Jason said I probably would have shot someone enough times, enough senior. Like
Imagine like a scenario where Judy's found like guns somewhere, like just one found guns somewhere. The power dynamic now switching. SSTs are doing laundry. SSTs are doing laundry, but just one. Like, and that would be so sick. That would be so sick.
that is crazy. Like no, but see, especially times like where a senior wake you up from sleep to wash their clothes. God, I think those were the times when you just like, guy, my only time of peace, I'm sleeping is after lights out. And you come and woke me up to wash your gowns. Guy, the anger you like, guy, man, that anger. In the family, there's a girl like that, girl, let me sleep. Girl, let me sleep. Let me sleep. Let me sleep. Because, God, it was wicked in dreaming class, man. It was wicked. I
I
remember like
want.
nicely. So there was like that. I said, oh, I must see a breakup. Like, it was so like,
I wonder how like SS3s in just one. Like I think they were at Jolo size like party or something this weekend. I wonder
Oh,
how their own stories are like of their own just one.
probably, yeah. They are just so from because see how I'm saying this, they probably might have something wicked for them to see this as normal. But see, this one, a lot of times they tell you they're being nice. Like a lot of times, and women are like, "Oh, you're being nice." Like, yeah, can't to see me. It's like that. But we see are being nice. I didn't know how we went through. So first, as you say, it's a cycle. They probably went through some wicked stuff. I just passed down the wickedness to us. But like is as you say, if they were guns, guy, the dynamic change, guy.
Nah, like it would have been so insane. You just walk to class. Just one you just walk into class. Some reason SS3s are carrying your books. Huh? Huh? Because what is I gotta blinked up, nigga. I gotta blink. Guy, that would be so insane. Like, what?
but what will happen is to become like see, it's going to end up with everyone being dead or most people being dead because what's happening is once that dynamic starts, they just need one Juby's gun, and once they get that one Juby's gun, they'll kill that Juby, and it's just going to be like a killing. Yeah, they'll kill Juby. I say, okay, it's time. They say something about it's time. And then like more physically stronger than they're like if you don't have your gun, they'll beat you up like
This would be
yeah.
a very nice like simulation. Like, okay, let's say they get one gun. Okay, so are those SS3s going to now like strategize? Okay, we have one gun right now. These just ones, they're not so bright. So maybe we'll like lure them somewhere, and then one person takes a good shot. Or how are they going to strategize?
I think they'll play us well. I think if it's something like okay, because you're in jury, especially now in GS1, they're giving you so much power. You're no more thinking tactically. Like I said, just you're not thinking tactically anymore. Like what you do, you're going to just be reckless. Like you just be like, yeah, I
That's
don't know
true.
that. You just be reckless.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Actually, even though it'll be nice to you say, oh yeah, your clothes are at this dorm, come to dorm, boom, pop to there, take your gun. I'm doing that ways. So maybe 10 level just building up bodies there. But then I
I
think
think just ones will have to have like a smart leader, like a leader that's not as stupid as the rest of them. Like the person that found the guns and like has now risen to power. Maybe in just one that would have been like Casey. Maybe the only
but
person.
But even if it was gay, what would have happened? There would have been an inside coalition. Because I know maybe I'm part of it. I won't have been taking orders. Like I would have been like, "What do you? Outside the nine? What do you mean? Like I guess you said, oh, don't do this. I'm not going to do this now. Ah man, yeah. Me and my boys, we roll. Yeah,
But
we roll.
you think like inside just ones there will be like the little groups.
Yes, because
Oh, okay.
it's easier for the SS3 to be connected than for the Jess ones. Because remember, we just met
Yeah,
each other. We ain't just met each other now. Like,
yeah,
I don't,
that's true.
like, I don't know you, so I'm gonna be like, bro,
That's
I'm not.
true. That's
It to be the only. I don't think there's a way. The only way JS ones win is if JS ones find out early enough that SS3s have gotten a gun, and they just say, okay, we're killing all of them. That's the only way you win. Let's kill all of them. It's the only way you win. Kill all of them. You say, okay, boys, we have to kill all of them. No one, no mercy. Angel, hero, angel. He dead. Sorry. He was nice. So, because all it takes is one few people, you leave them alive, they become too close and then boom, they take back what's theirs. Like, it's kill all them, man. So, that.
also the
I,
SS2s.
well,
What of SS2s? What of JS2s? What of JS3s?
okay, so now
Like,
you're in trouble.
wait, okay. Related if JS1s are like have the power, right? They have the guns and all that. Okay, we feel like they'll be reckless. Possible that the SS3s, if they do lose, like if the JS1s do lose a gun or whatever, the SS3s
Yeah,
could take back the power by like tricking them because JS1s are kind of naive, right? So that's our JS1 simulation. What of JS3s?
with guns.
Lots of chess threes with guns.
If it's the GS3s from our GS1, they'll kill our SS3s immediately. Do you know? I'm telling you, that's shit. This one's the rest. You say that they're history because they expect to bully them, and they, especially in front of Jews, they used to hate it in front of GS1 and all seen. So if you are that, just get they would have killed. They don't even wait for.
Yeah,
They have left the guys they know are weak alive, but all the like main STs are killed. The main STs are killed. Wipe them out. All the main guys STs they would have just circled them and say, okay, shooting ring. They don't all just kill. So make everyone with a circle and kill all of them. That's it. We, you know,
no.
GS3 in that one. What?
You said the
What is,
chess threes. You said the chess threes and just one were like what?
I think that you about those GS3s in that GS1. Like,
No.
at least one of the most disrespectful, one of the most disrespectful sets in the college. I don't know exactly what like that.
As Jerry Nadi said.
That's a guy. I used to, we had it nice, can't lie, because the millennials in guys in that set were actually nice guys. Maybe Max does Jerry, but everyone else was like,
Um,
like
bro,
William,
do you
you
know
know,
what would fuck those guys up? Like they would those I feel like out of every other set, that set had that set would have really thrived. That just 360 they would have really thrived, they would have killed the SS3, but what would have messed them up? Themselves. Because
yeah.
they were for power.
I
Those
don't
guys
think that one is come on, dude.
are going power game. Shegun Omole would have wanted to be the top, the general, but Jerry wants to be general. But Slim Uzo too wants
Like,
to be the general. Like
shocking. Plus,
they have been
even Gabby there, guy.
yeah,
And I think the true it would have outside you would have seen it as oh maybe Shegun versus I don't even think Jerry is a sly guy. And I think Jerry and Gabby, those guys would have played it like they would have been like third or fourth hand man, but they know
yeah.
they are yeah, they would
What's
have
going on?
played it.
That's what I
I
was
don't
about
know.
to say. Like Gabi, I don't think Gabi would like be one of the guys struggling for ultimate power, but like they would have just wanted a secure place. Like
Exactly. Like they don't want to be the main face, but they just
yeah, yeah.
know was
If
secure
there's
there.
like there's like a
Yeah.
coup, it's not going to be me that organized the coup, but I could be the one that planned it. But
It's fine.
you know,
But yeah, I mean, you can't prove
but
that.
yeah, bro. That SS2 set too. That SS2 set, Ukabam set is another interesting.
Who was in Ukobam set? Because I forget Ukobam. Who
Ukabam, Asinugo, um,
Woba?
Kwembe, Woba, yeah.
Queen. Queens.
Kwembe would have definitely been the general, like.
Videos. You know that guy? Fuck that guy. This one guy saw kick someone downstairs. What's his name?
So,
Call
so.
it guy. Those guys. And I used to tell those guys. Bro, I remember
Same.
so during siesta, they sent me to go and fetch water from Kelp. I went to go and fetch water. 5 minutes, I said one senior shot. Why the hell are you outside doing siesta? And I just saw one body. Like, I saw a body fall from stairs. Like I
Hilarious.
was like, jeez, just keep this nigga down. Like 7 steps. Prefect sends I told the person, I told him serious, I told him prefect sends me away. I told them, I was in film. See me just chill. I was like, tiny names. I think they allowed him to lie down at first. And the guy is lying down. And the guy is still over, bro. My head, I was like, bro, I said, this is a jungle, man. My head, I was like, this is the jungle. Like, this is the fucking jungle. That's all that was in my head. I was like, bro, where the fuck am I? This is a joke. I wish I saw who the person was they kicked downstairs, but I was too scared, so I just ran away. So I just four call everybody they kicked downstairs. Might have been a GS2, might be GS3, she might be GS1, but I just know I was like, It's not me they're kicking downstairs next. Man. I just said, it's not me. It's not me.
Like, that's so evil.
And he wasn't even a prefect. I think that's what made it so. That's why I was so confused. Because then I think the next day I was now checking for him to see maybe if he was a prefect. I didn't know. But he wasn't even a prefect. He was just a senior enforcing CS. That guy. I was like, yes,
That's too much, bro. Can't lie, that's too much. Like,
very
kicking someone down steps is. Wait, how do you think Asset would have done if,
It depends what class we're in. That's what I'll say.
like, I'm trying to think, like, SS2, if we're in SS2, we had leaks.
Would have been divided. And unfortunately, I don't even think
Would have killed ourselves.
I don't think we'll have killed ourselves. Honestly, I think what will happen. At least I feel like from the Lola boy perspective of us that were still guys then, we're not like violent or like power hungry guys, but then we're also not like stupid guys. We're not just going to be follow. We're not just going to follow some random guy. So what the issue would have been is maybe Gunnar House wants the power, maybe Xavier House also is like we also want, and then there's Rudy's house. From what I've learned now, Rudy's house one of the slickest houses there is. So they would have been secondary. I don't know who they would have powered up with whoever is more powerful between Cornelia and Xavier House. They would have just powered up with them fakishly because I think it's a slick move. And then the other house now wants to power up with us. But then but then so I've now become a situation of are we in danger or not? Because now if those two guys are saying, oh, you guys must do what we do, then we'll have to, have a fight. When they are saying, we're not saying you must do what we do, but then like let's not cross paths. Let's not, cross paths. Do you guys? Well, let's not have maybe you're trying to take over maybe chapel, but we also want chapel. Do you get something some border wars, maybe something like that. We could have had a discussion. But then I feel like within
We're still
that
of real estate. Real
with
estate in Manila.
end up being, don't be end up no.
It's fine. You're spitting. You're spitting. You're spitting.
So I feel like it's just been a matter of a house should have been eliminated. Let's put it that way. A house should have been eliminated, and then
So
they would have just been peace. I don't know which house it would have been, but I think it would have been between Xavier and
Xavier,
Conan. One of them. I think one would have had to be eliminated, and then it would have just been peace.
I
Like
think
I'm not saying
Xavier.
they'll be working together, but there'll be peace. If that makes
I
sense.
think I think Xavier because Xavier. So I think would have stood the best chance of surviving if we partnered with Connolly because they already had a loyal system, and so I feel like if we had no, just hold on, just hear me out first, hear me out. If
Yeah,
we
for me.
if we partnered with them, we would have had the best chance of surviving if there was like a general war or something. Like
Yeah,
if we partnered with them because they already had a system and we already had kind of a system, but not like the way theirs was. They knew we're loyal people. They knew we're loyal people. They could not say any of the other houses were loyal. So so if they want to survive too, they would also have to acknowledge that okay, these guys are the most loyal people. If we want to fight against so it's better we combine with Loyola and be against two individual houses. This Chidera Okonkwo guy is calling.
don't worry. Give him 4 minutes. I'll have to. I need to give me 15. Four
Yeah, yeah,
minutes. All out. If you're
yeah.
down, I'm down to when I come back, but it's gonna be like 10 o'clock. I don't know if you'll be down. I'm down to come back and continue our recording if you're down. I don't know if
No, no,
you'll be.
we'll just leave it to pass because I have evil assignments to
Yes.
submit tomorrow, deadlines and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that we would have stood the best chance of surviving if we linked to Colony House. I don't know about long term because I feel like Colony House they would have backstabbed us eventually. But
Yeah.
if there was a war, there's a war right now. It's like, oh my god, guys, we need some support. We need another house for to increase our chances of survival. It has to be Connelly because the other houses are divided in themselves, especially Xavier. Xavier, they'll kill themselves before eventually. eventually rising to you come to war, bro.
But then it's also knowing what Loyala's boys are. It's an situation of do we have to even join the war? I remember I would have there would have been an argument, would have had that internal argument of do we have to even join the war? Can we just stay on? Because I know boys, I feel like if we dropped up or like, do we have to join the war? We will be like, is it like, do we have to join the war? You get-
Let me paint a picture right now, right? And right, this, bro. If you're interested in this kind of conversation, bro, you will love Game of Thrones. Like I'm telling you,
Yeah,
like no, no, no. Real talk, real talk, real talk. No, no.
I'll watch when the time comes. I'll watch it, but
You,
when
you
the time
should, you should. But like, what
comes,
picture I'm trying to paint to you is that if there's a war, there's nothing like, are we going to fight, nigga? If you don't fight, you'll be killed. That's the thing. Like, it's the thing of your kingdom. One nation must rise. It's either Xavier, Loyola, Connelly, or Regis. One is only one that's going to be left, like to rule. So every other one is looking to destroy the other ones or whichever one
yeah,
it needs to become
sure.
the sole, to become the ruler of LJC, like to dominate all the real estate, the boys hostel, chapel, Cardinal Garden, clinic. Like this is a war for Gida Mangoro. Like there's no
Yeah.
running. If you run and you're caught, once you're caught, you'll be killed. So
No, I'm 100% agreeing with that statement.
so
Yeah, I know it's having a discussion, but maybe we would have decided a war. But as you said, it's
no,
a very strong
what I'm saying is
across
that you can't, no, what I'm saying is that you can't decide to not go to war. That's what I'm trying to say because if
I'm agreeing.
oh, okay, okay. If you don't do
I'm,
anything, you'll be killed.
no, I'm agreeing we would have had to do something, but I'm saying there's a chance we would have gone alone. Because I like the trust the Kennedy House would not have been there, especially you said SS2. This is I don't think trust would have been there. I feel like they would have been they would have been like, can we actually trust this house? There's
They
some
would have had
sly
to
guys.
they would have had to prove to us why we should trust them.
Yeah, something like that. And then that's when it would have now become a numbers game where I think Connelly and Xavier or Connelly and Bridges would have now just joined up, say, okay, let's just destroy this other. We don't trust each other, but let's just destroy these other people and then fight our own battle. But then while they join up, there will still be internal battles going. It's very interesting. I can't lie.
But then don't you think that if any of those other houses join together, they see us as a stronghold. They'll be like, if we don't combine with another house, they're going to want to destroy us first because we are the individual strongest house.
I'm not denying that. I'm not denying
Yeah.
that. I'm not denying that. 100%. But then she said, I don't know. It's a
I would
gamble.
have definitely advocated to join Conor Sha, like
See, I have to go now, but then I'm saying we're continuing this next week Sunday. I like this. We need to continue
bet,
this argument Sunday because I
bet,
have
bet.
also I have to go now. I guess we got 15.